All right, well, it's needless to say that Home Alone 1 and 2 are absolutely classic movies, with them almost being a Christmas tradition at this point. They're wonderfully crafted films, and they're delightfully, deviously chaotic. And they're the type of movies that I just fucking love watching around the Christmas time. The first movie is absolutely iconic, with Kevin taking on the wet bandits in his hometown, home neighborhood, and house. And I think that the first film, by and far, is the better one because it's just so classic. But I mean, there's certain things that happen in both the first and second movies that prove that the McCallisters are actually terrible parents, and raising Kevin has resulted in the Kevin we know and love. The failings of the McCallister household really come to a head in the second movie, which itself is an absolutely brilliant movie, and I just love watching it, especially around the holidays. But it actually leads to the point I was making that the fucking McCallisters, what they did to Kevin throughout the first and second movie, make them absolutely horrible parents, and it's truly incredible that they got away with what they did to Kevin. Now, if you recall, in the second movie, they lose Kevin at an airport, and I had to rewatch this scene over and over again because it's absolutely unbelievable that they got him lost the way that they did in New York. How they could actually leave their kid alone in this fashion, or lose him in the airport running and not even paying attention to their kid is absolutely ridiculous. And there's actually a scene where they're talking to the cops and multiple things, and you gotta wonder that the authorities are just thinking, these people are fucking terrible parents for leaving their kid alone like this. Not once, but twice! Of course, the real star of the show is Kevin McCallister himself, old McCauley Culkin. And you know what? He's still just as awesome today as he was back then. I mean, the resurgence of McCauley Culkin has to be fucking studied because he's now even more awesome than he ever was. Just taking on his Kevin role and putting in many TV spots and such, just reprising the role of the character and just generally seeming like an iconic member of the Christmas mythos. The hilarious part is in the first movie, they quite literally just forget their kid at home. And the mere thought that they would be capable of this, yes, I understand they have a big family. Yes, I understand that their family is quite chaotic and large. But it still doesn't excuse the fact that a truly like good parent wouldn't have gone around, checked on every one of their kids before they even left the house. And I find it absolutely hilarious rewatching this, how just completely forgetful and negligent they are towards Kevin in both the second and the first film. The first and second movie are absolutely, truly iconic Christmas movies, and they're just wonderful to watch. The charm of Christmas is there, the wonderment of being a child is there, and you know what? It's pretty freaking awesome, and Kevin is such a devious little shit disturber that it makes it so awesome to watch. I mean, he's so mischievous, but it's so amazing. And you know, McCauley Culkin really pulls through as being just an amazing little figure of Christmas. I could never ever recommend these movies enough, and it's hilarious that the events that transpire, that happen the way they happen in these movies. But I mean, man, Kevin's parents really shit the bed on fucking taking care of their kid, because how these two movies even happened in the first place is absolutely hilarious, and it just plays into how the absurdity of these movies and just how endearing they are, because it's just like it's just the most ridiculous of circumstances, and it leads to probably one of the most heartwarming Christmas movies, set of two movies that has ever existed, and they're such a wonderful rewatch this time of year. So yeah, it's debatable whether the McCallisters even give a shit about Kevin at all, because they just literally leave him and forget him twice, and it's just like, You really gotta wonder what fucking child protective services would think about these things. You lost your kid twice. You lost your kid, and whatever you think of the parents and Mr. McCallister, he seems like a very cold, calculated individual, which is hilarious because there's a little bit of a urban legend that he's a gangster, and many features. The more I rewatch it, plays into the fact that uh, Mr. McCallister Sr. actually looks like he could be truly just a gangster and seems almost like completely devoid of emotion when it comes to his son. So, I mean, it's so funny to watch, and I just love these movies. But I had to point out the fact that it looked like they just completely forget about their kid on multiple occasions. And I find in the second movie, the airport scene when they lose Kevin at an airport, I mean, this is thoroughly fucking dangerous territory. I mean, he could have got snatched by anybody. The way they just fucking leave him, and the way that they're running away, and Kevin can't keep up to him is such a hilarious thing. So yeah, let me know. Do you think that the McCallisters are awful parents? Kind of looks like it. They lost their kid twice. But you know what? In heartwarming Home Alone faction, they make up for it. And you know what? Kevin survives no matter what neglect he faces from the parents. And you know what? Home Alone 1 and 2 are such fucking amazing movies. They're truly, truly gems. And you know, everybody should watch them around the holidays because they're just so great.